Superman and General Zod are tearing Metropolis apart in a brutal fight. As Zod attempts to transform Earth into a new Krypton, thousands of innocent lives are caught in the middle. Bruce Wayne is in Metropolis that day, desperately trying to evacuate his employees from Wayne Financial. Over the phone, he orders Jack, his building manager, to get everyone out immediately. Before they can escape, Superman and Zod crash straight through the building. Zod's heat vision tears the structure apart, and the entire skyscraper collapses. Bruce races into the chaos without hesitation. He pulls Jack from the rubble, but both of his legs are crushed beyond saving. Seconds later, Bruce catches a little girl just before falling debris kills her too. Her mother isn't as lucky. Watching innocent people die all around him changes Bruce forever. From that moment on, he no longer sees Superman as a hero, but as a dangerous threat capable of destroying the entire world. Sometime later, deep in the Indian Ocean, divers recover a fragment of the destroyed Kryptonian world engine. Inside it is a strange glowing green mineral, Kryptonite, the only known substance capable of stripping Kryptonians of their powers. Meanwhile, in a war-torn region of Africa, Lois Lane arrives to interview a powerful warlord, known simply as the General. She's accompanied by photographer Jimmy Olsen, who's secretly working for the CIA. The meeting falls apart almost immediately. After discovering a hidden CIA transmitter inside Jimmy's camera, the General realizes they've been deceived. Jimmy quickly admits Lois had no idea about the mission. It doesn't matter. The General executes Jimmy on the spot and drags Lois away for questioning. But something even worse is happening outside. Anatoly and his mercenaries suddenly turn on the General's own soldiers, massacring every one of them before burning the bodies to erase the evidence. Moments later, Superman arrives. He kills the General and rescues Lois before disappearing just as quickly. Because no one ever sees Anatoly's men carrying out the massacre, the victims' families blame Superman for every death. The incident quickly becomes an international scandal. Senator June Finch demands a congressional hearing, insisting that someone with Superman's power can no longer operate without accountability. Meanwhile, over in Gotham City, human trafficker Santos is holding several kidnapped women inside an abandoned warehouse. Then Batman arrives. He tears through the entire operation, taking down every criminal in his way. By the time police officers storm the building, Batman has already vanished. All that's left behind is Santos, badly beaten and branded with Batman's symbol. Back in Metropolis, Lois discovers a mysterious bullet hidden among her belongings. It's the same type of round used during the African massacre. She immediately realizes something about the official story doesn't add up. Later, Clark visits her. "I didn't kill those people. I was only there to save you." Meanwhile, Alfred asks Bruce about his latest mission. Bruce explains that Santos was never the real target. He's been tracking an international smuggler named Anatoly, who's connected to a mysterious Portuguese trafficker. According to Bruce, that trafficker is bringing something extremely dangerous into Gotham, possibly even a nuclear weapon. Whatever it is, Bruce is determined to stop it before it arrives. At the same time, billionaire Lex Luthor meets with Senator Finch to discuss what he calls humanity's greatest security risk. He reveals a sample of kryptonite recovered from the world engine and explains that it can kill Kryptonians. More importantly, a massive deposit has been discovered beneath the Indian Ocean. Luthor requests permission to import it, claiming humanity needs a weapon capable of stopping Superman if he ever turns against them. Finch refuses. Superman isn't our enemy. Luthor simply smiles. Not yet. Even after being rejected, he secretly convinces Finch's assistant to approve experiments on General Zod's body and the Kryptonian scout ship. His plan is already moving forward. Elsewhere, Wallace Keefe, the Wayne Financial employee who lost both legs during Superman's battle with Zod, has completely lost faith in the Man of Steel. Consumed by anger, he spray paints False God across Superman's memorial before being arrested. When Clark sees the footage on the news, the accusation clearly hits him harder than he wants to admit. Meanwhile, Batman finally tracks Anatoly to an underground fight club. Pretending to negotiate, Bruce secretly clones everything stored on Anatoly's phone. The data reveals exactly what he suspected. Anatoly has been working directly for Lex Luthor, but before Bruce can access the complete files, they're remotely erased. There's only one place left to investigate, Lex Luthor himself. Bruce tells Alfred he needs to break into Luthor's estate. Alfred calmly reminds him, "You don't have to. Lex already invited you." That night, Bruce attends the party as himself. Clark Kent is there as well, investigating Lex for completely different reasons. While everyone is distracted, Bruce secretly plants a data drive inside Luthor's system. The download will take 7 minutes. To avoid suspicion, he rejoins the party, where Lex deliberately introduces Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent for the very first time. Neither of them knows it yet, but Lex has been carefully pushing both men toward the same inevitable collision. When Bruce finally returns to collect the drive, it's gone. A mysterious woman has stolen it. Bruce chases her through the crowd, but loses her before learning her identity. The woman is Diana Prince, and she has plans of her own. Across the country, people become deeply divided over Superman. Some see him as humanity's greatest hero. Others believe he's the biggest threat Earth has ever faced. At the same time, Batman's methods are becoming increasingly brutal. Every criminal he brands is mysteriously murdered inside prison. What no one realizes, Lex Luthor has been secretly paying inmates to kill them, making Batman look even more dangerous, while driving an even bigger wedge between him and Superman. As another part of his plan, Lex arranges for Wallace Keefe, the man who lost his legs during Superman's battle with Zod, to be released. When Wallace asks what he wants in return, Lex hands him an advanced wheelchair. "All I need is your testimony against Superman." Wallace agrees. Meanwhile, Bruce finally tracks down the mysterious woman who stole his drive. She introduces herself as Diana Prince. "You stole something that belongs to me. I borrowed it." She explains that Lex was hiding an old photograph of her behind military-grade encryption. She only used Bruce's drive to access it, before putting everything back exactly where she found it. Back at the Batcave, Bruce finally decrypts Lex's files, but exhaustion takes over, and he falls asleep. He dreams of a nightmare future where Earth has become a wasteland, ruled by Superman and an army of alien parademons. Bruce's team is slaughtered. He's captured. Then Superman walks toward him. "You took my world from me." Seconds later, he crushes Bruce's chest. Bruce suddenly wakes up. The files have finally finished decrypting, and they reveal one critical truth. The mysterious white Portuguese was never a person. It's a cargo ship carrying Kryptonite directly to LexCorp. As Alfred prepares Bruce's gear, he finally confronts him. "You're not chasing a nuclear weapon, are you?" Bruce admits the truth. He wants the Kryptonite for one reason only: to kill Superman. Alfred strongly disagrees. Superman isn't our enemy. Bruce refuses to listen. If there's even a 1% chance he turns against us, we have to treat it as an absolute certainty. Soon afterward, Anatoly's men transport the Kryptonite through Gotham. Batman attacks the convoy, taking down mercenaries one after another while secretly placing a tracker on the shipment. Just before he reaches the truck, Superman lands in front of him. Lex's manipulation has already begun working. "Batman, the Bat is dead. If your signal lights the sky again, I won't be so forgiving." Superman flies away. Bruce silently watches him leave, more convinced than ever that Superman has to be stopped. That same night, Batman follows the tracker to LexCorp and successfully steals the Kryptonite. Meanwhile, Lois continues investigating the African massacre. Ballistics finally confirm the truth. The bullet recovered at the scene was manufactured by LexCorp. Anatoly works directly for Lex Luthor. The entire massacre was staged to frame Superman. Lois urges a government official to expose the truth. Terrified of losing his career, he refuses. Meanwhile, Wallace's testimony leads to a congressional hearing meant to determine whether Superman should be held accountable. Superman arrives, completely unaware he's walking into Lex's biggest trap yet. Hidden inside Wallace's wheelchair is a bomb. The moment Superman enters the chamber, it explodes. The entire courtroom is destroyed. Everyone inside is killed, except Superman. Horrified, he pulls survivors from the wreckage. But the damage is already done. To the world, it looks like another disaster followed Superman wherever he went. Batman receives several letters Wallace wrote before his death, blaming Superman for ruining his life. Without realizing Lex forged the entire setup, Bruce finally reaches his breaking point. He begins preparing for war: Kryptonite gas grenades, a Kryptonite spear, and relentless combat training. While searching Lex's files, Bruce discovers something completely unexpected: secret files on several powerful metahumans: Aquaman, the Flash, Cyborg, and Diana Prince, who is secretly Wonder Woman. Bruce also finds an old photograph, proving Diana hasn't aged in over a century. Meanwhile, Lex arrives at the abandoned Kryptonian scout ship. Using General Zod's fingerprints, he unlocks its systems and searches Krypton's forbidden archives. There, he discovers records of an unstoppable biological weapon, Doomsday. Ignoring every warning from the ship's AI, Lex places Zod's body inside the Genesis chamber. Then he cuts his own hand, mixing his blood with Zod's DNA. way, the AI warns him. The consequences could be irreversible. Lex smiles. Perfect. The transformation begins. Meanwhile, Lois finally learns Wallace wasn't responsible for the hearing explosion. He was only another victim of Lex Luthor. She rushes to find Clark and tells him someone has been manipulating everything from the beginning, but Clark is already overwhelmed by guilt. Unable to process another tragedy, he leaves for the mountains, where memories of his adoptive father begin flooding back. Jonathan once told him, doing the right thing doesn't always lead to the right outcome. Sometimes, even your best intentions hurt innocent people. Then he reminds Clark of the one lesson that always mattered most. Your mother showed me that no matter how broken this world becomes, there's always something worth believing in. Bruce wanders through the ruins of Wayne Manor, haunted by memories of the night that changed his life forever. As a child, he watched a mugger murder both of his parents right in front of him. Broken and alone, Bruce ran from their funeral and fell into a cave beneath the estate, where a swarm of bats surrounded him. That moment, Batman was born. Back in the present, Alfred makes one final attempt to stop him. If there's even a small chance you're wrong, Bruce ignores the warning. Instead, he activates the bat signal himself, challenging Superman to come to Gotham. Meanwhile, Lex's final move is already underway. Anatoly kidnaps Martha Kent. Moments later, Lois Lane is captured and brought to the top of LexCorp Tower. I know exactly what you've done, Lois tells Lex. Without saying a word, Lex shoves her off the building. Seconds later, Superman catches her before she hits the ground. Then he flies straight to Lex. Lex isn't afraid. Instead, he begins tearing Superman apart psychologically. As a child, my father beat me almost every day. I kept waiting for God to save me. He never came. That's when I realized, if God is all-powerful, he can't be all good. And if he's all good, he can't be all-powerful. So neither can you. Clark demands to know where Martha is. Lex finally reveals his real plan. For 2 years, I've been turning Batman against you. Now the two of you will finish what I started. Superman refuses to fight. Then Lex shows him a picture of Martha, tied up inside a warehouse. If Batman isn't dead within an hour, your mother dies. Clark has no choice. Meanwhile, Diana receives an email from Bruce containing the old photograph she tried to steal. Along with it are encrypted files, revealing several hidden metahumans, the Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and evidence that Victor Stone survived because his father activated a mysterious mother box. Before Diana can process everything, Superman arrives in Gotham. He lands in front of Batman and immediately tries to explain, Lex is manipulating both of us. Bruce doesn't listen. Instead, he attacks. The battle finally begins. At first, Superman holds back, still trying to reason with Bruce. But Batman is ready. He fires a kryptonite gas grenade. Within seconds, Superman's strength disappears. Batman launches a relentless assault, beating him across the abandoned warehouse. Every time Superman begins recovering, another kryptonite grenade weakens him again. Watching the fight unfold on live television, Lois realizes what's happening. She commandeers a helicopter and rushes toward Gotham. Back at the battlefield, Batman finally pins Superman down. He raises the kryptonite spear. This is the moment he's been preparing for. Barely able to breathe, Superman whispers, "You're letting him kill Martha." Batman suddenly freezes. Martha, the same name as his own mother. For just a second, everything stops. Still confused, Bruce nearly drives the spear forward anyway. Then Lois arrives. She desperately explains that Martha is Superman's mother and Lex is holding her hostage. Bruce finally understands. He's been playing directly into Lex Luthor's hands. Ashamed of what he almost became, Batman throws the kryptonite spear aside. Meanwhile, deep inside the Kryptonian scout ship, the Genesis chamber reaches completion. Across Metropolis, the city's power grid suddenly collapses. Lex calmly watches as the chamber opens. General Zod's body has transformed into something far worse, Doomsday. If mankind can't kill God, Lex smiles. Maybe the devil can. The monster bursts free, sending a massive shockwave across the city. Superman immediately attacks, but every blast, every missile, even an all-out military assault, only makes Doomsday stronger. Trying to limit the destruction, Superman drags him into space. The president orders a nuclear strike. The explosion nearly kills Superman, but Doomsday absorbs the blast's energy and evolves into an even more powerful creature. No one knows how to stop him, until Batman arrives in the Batwing, drawing Doomsday away from the city. The plan almost works, until Doomsday destroys the jet. Just as Bruce is about to die, Wonder Woman suddenly appears. For the first time, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman fight together. Even combined, they struggle to hurt the creature. Then Lois realizes the only weapon capable of killing Doomsday is Batman's Kryptonite spear. She races into a flooded building to retrieve it, but becomes trapped beneath the rising water. Hearing her cries, Superman rescues her. Then he notices the spear. He also realizes something else. Using it will probably kill him too. Lois begs him not to go. Superman gently kisses her goodbye. Without another word, he grabs the Kryptonite spear and flies straight toward Doomsday. The spear pierces the monster's heart, but at that exact same moment, Doomsday drives one of his bone spikes straight through Superman's chest. Even mortally wounded, Superman refuses to let go. He forces the spear all the way through. Doomsday finally dies, but so does Superman. Lois collapses beside him in tears. Bruce silently kneels beside Clark's body, finally realizing the man he spent 2 years trying to kill was humanity's greatest hero. Deep inside the Kryptonian scout ship, Lex Luthor experiences a terrifying vision. He learns that an ancient conqueror named Steppenwolf is coming to Earth, leading an unstoppable army of parademons. The mother box that Silas Stone activated to save his son Victor has already sent a signal into space. Earth is no longer alone, and something far worse is now on its way. Meanwhile, the world says goodbye to Superman. In Metropolis, thousands gather at Heroes Park to honor the man who sacrificed everything to save humanity. At the same time, Clark Kent is quietly laid to rest in Smallville. Only a handful of people know the truth. Clark Kent and Superman were the same person. As friends and family mourn, Martha gives Lois a small box Clark left behind. Inside is an engagement ring. Clark had planned to propose, but never got the chance. After the funeral, Bruce approaches Diana. "I found others like you, and I think they're going to need us." Diana already knows exactly what he means. A much bigger war is coming, one that neither Batman nor Wonder Woman can stop alone. As everyone begins leaving the cemetery, Lois gently places a handful of dirt onto Clark's coffin. Then, something impossible happens. The dirt slowly begins to rise, floating silently above the grave. A small sign that Superman may not be gone after all.